Campbell soup is highly processed food for poor people. It has bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat no 3D printed meat. That's for poor people. Those are not my words. Those are the words from somebody who works at Campbell's, who is super high up in their ladder, and that is straight from the horse's mouth. Hey, what's going on, fam? Dre over here at Set Apart Gardens. Real quick, man, I just wanted to put you up on game. I'm not sure if y'all saw the remarks that were said by the CEO. I'm not sure if it was the CEO, but I know it was a higher up employee that works at Campbell's. That he was talking about how he was caught on a secret audio recording talking about how the food is highly processed. It's for poor people. It has bioengineered 3D printed meat. You know, the chicken isn't real and all of that stuff, right? And look, this is all allegedly. This is just from what he was saying. And I'm not saying that this is what Campbell Soup is doing. I don't know, right? But all I'm saying is this is a eye opener. This is a wake up call. This is another event that shows us just why it's important to start growing our own food, just how important it is to have a connection with our food, because we see that, okay, this person works for this corporation, high up, is getting paid from everything that they're selling, right? But he's too good to eat from this you know, from the food that they produce, because he actually knows what goes inside of it. That should let you know, if it's not good enough for him, why should it be good enough for you or your children or your family or even yourself? Like, come on, like man, our eyes should be opening up by the day. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is why it's so important, at least to know, like, okay, I just went and bought this chicken from the grocery store. I know it's chicken. Like, this highly processed stuff, you find little, you know, chunks of what you think is chicken. That may be 3D printed meat. Now, again, I'm saying allegedly because I've never been, you know, in a Campbell's factory and saw them make the super 3D printed, right? So this is all allegedly. But this, at the same time, we have to ask ourselves, we don't know if it's 3D printed or not, because again, we haven't been there. We haven't seen what they do in their factories. We haven't been inside these factories to see whether it's 3D printed or not. We're just going based off of what the label says and what they're telling us it is. You see what I'm saying? But this right here should motivate us to start growing our own food, to start ethically sourcing our own food, because this is a person who works for a brand that is providing food for millions of Americans and millions of people probably around the globe. I don't know if they ship that stuff all around the globe, but these are soups that people all around America, millions of people eat, right? And it's not good enough for the person that is producing it, that works in the place that is producing it. So why should it be good enough for you? They don't even take your food seriously. They like, if this is coming out of their mouth, I encourage you to look up the video. You can hear the leaked audio, right? You can hear what this guy is saying. And again, all this stuff is allegedly, but still, this right here should be a wake-up call, because more than likely it is true. More than likely. But again, if they won't even put it in their body and consume it, why should you? Why should you? But again, we don't take our food source seriously, and that's our problem. That's why we're dying quick. That's why we're having all these ailments and diseases. That's why we are not at optimal health, because we are taking things that are edible and putting it in our body and calling it food. Just because it's edible and it tastes good don't mean it's nutritious in its food. So again, start trying to grow you some food. Start trying to harvest you some food. But at the very least, start ethically sourcing your food. Farmers markets, local farmers where you could reach out to. If you could start growing your own, processing your own, you could do that as well. You see what I'm saying? I mean, if you want to go the Whole Foods route or whatever, start making meals at home. Start learning how to cook. There are thousands of content creators on this platform, YouTube, also on TikTok, Instagram, all of that teach you how to cook. Teach you how to cook things from scratch, you know, where you can get the grains and the wheat, and you can make your own bread and your own pastas and all this stuff, where you can, you know, learn how to cook your chicken or your beef or whatever meat that you eat. You can cook it. You can make meals with it. But start making your own chicken noodle soup. You don't need to go buy anything from out of a can, especially when the CEO or the high executive in that company is saying they wouldn't even put it in their body. You see what I'm saying? Man, it's time to wake up. It's time to take our food source serious, y'all. It's time to get a connection with our food, and at the very least, if you are not at a point where you feel comfortable growing your own food, which I believe you should be, but let's just say you're not, at least start ethically sourcing your food and knowing where it's coming from. and start at least learning how to cook. Let's start learning the basics. Let's get back to the basics, man. We at a point to where we feel like, oh man, you know, we're living a good life because we got the money and we got this and we can go buy whatever we want. Woo, woo, woo. No, let's get back to the basics, because that lifestyle right there is leading us to early deaths. That lifestyle is leading us to unfulfilling lives, to where we're depressed all the time, and you know, we're sick all the time, and we're, you know what I'm saying, we're our mind, our brain is cloudy and foggy. Man, let's get away from that. Let's get back to the basics. Let's get back to nature. Let's get back to growing our own food. Like I always say, he who has the power to feed you also has the power to starve you. See y'all on the next one.
Bombs over Baghdad really ain't that bad. Little wiretap, yes, yes. Little dodge in the IRS. Little haven from the taxman.